Hi guys, this is Bella and welcome back to my channel. Para los que hablan español, también voy a hacer un video en español, así que pueden mirar ese video para que puedan entender un poquito más. Okay, so let's get on with this video. So yesterday, the 9th of July, was celebrated as Argentina's Independence Day. And recently I visited the city that is very important to Argentina's independence. And I just decided that I would just share some things that I learned while traveling there. And just to give you guys some information about all the details of the trip. So if you're interested, please don't go anywhere. So to begin this video, I just share with you that I'll be talking about Tucuman, or San Miguel de Tucumán, because that's where I went. That's the capital. So this province is known as the smallest province in Argentina. It is also known as the Cuna de la Independencia, which pretty much means the birthplace of independence, because that's where Argentina's independence that's where the agreement was signed. And it's also called the Jardín de la República because of its beautiful natural resources. And I'm sure if you've seen my videos before, you've seen them, and if not, go and check out the videos that I did on Tucumán. It has a lot of beautiful mountains, nature, rivers, forests. Well, not forests, but forest, I guess. But natural beauty is present in Tucumán, so that's why it has been. So in all, I spent, okay, let me give you a run through the trip. So I spent 24 hours on a train to Tucumán, and then I spent 14 hours in Tucumán, and then I spent another 24 hours on the train to get back to Rosario. So in all, it was 3 days of traveling, mostly traveling and also exploring. And in all, I spent about $25 US, which is about 5,000 pesos, to do all of that. The train ride was super cheap. It was 430 pesos, thereabout, I think, to go, and 430 pesos to come back for a 24-hour trip. Imagine, I paid more money in a taxi from here to the bus station, to the train station, than I spent from here to Tucumán. So it just goes to show how the train rides were just super expensive. They were pretty comfortable, and they offered a place to charge your phones. They offered hot and cold water, and you also had bathroom facilities. They also made stops in between, so if you wanted to go get off, get some fresh air, buy some food, you were also able to do that. So all those things, didn't make it so unbearable. And just to make a little comparison, the bus ride, I told that the ticket for the buses would be about 12 or 15,000 pesos, which would be about $50 US. And the trip would be just a few hours less. So I'm like, it really pays to just go on the train. All you have to do is just to have something to occupy your time, look at the book. You may meet someone on the train that is very nice that you can talk to. And I met a lot of beautiful people while I was on the train. Like, I can't complain. If I met you on the train and you're seeing this video, hi. Yeah, so even one of the staff members, he was kind of mean, but afterwards he was like nice. He was like, if you ever need anything, like just let us know. People on the train were just really nice. A few of them asked me questions, obviously, where I was from, where I was traveling, blah blah blah, but for the most part they were just cool people, chill people, and I really appreciate that, because I took a big risk to go that far by myself, being a foreigner, a very obvious foreigner, but it all worked out. And another thing that I want to mention is that when I got there, someone who was living there, I met the person's cousin, and the person told the person's cousin, told the person that was coming, and he was really willing to just help me out and to take me to different places to explore. And I just really, really, really appreciate it, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get to know so many places. So thanks to all the persons who helped me out, and I pray that you'll receive many blessings. Okay, so now let's get on with the video. I'm just gonna be talking about some of the things that really shocked me. I must say that when I got to Tucumán, I was so impressed, because it was a lot better than I expected it to be. You know, when we go to different places, we have our stereotypes. We expect this place to be this, like this, and we expect that place to be like that. And then when we go, we realize that most times the things that we expect to see, we don't really see them when we get there. And that's what happened to me when I went to Tucumán. Like, I've always heard about it, like, you know, being this very simple place, you know, not having a lot of development and stuff like that, expecting all the people to look a certain way. When I went there, I realized it was quite the opposite. I never saw the people never looked like I expected them to look like. And also, the place was a lot beautiful. Their center was super developed. It was just impressive. They had all the stores that we have here, and they here in Rosario, and they also had some stores that I saw in Buenos Aires that we don't have in Rosario. I was like, wow, this is impressive. I was very impressed. So to all the persons who plan on going somewhere, it's good to do your research online before, and it's also good to listen to other persons, but it's always best to go with an open mind because you never know what you will encounter. Another thing that I was really surprised by was that people didn't really stare. It's obvious that I wasn't from there. Maybe my complexion, but my hair and my features show that I'm not an Argentine or the typical Argentine. So I expected them to be looking at me like, oh, she's different. But I didn't get that. I get more stares in Buenos Aires and Rosario than I got in Tucumán. And it's weird because it's way up north, and most times tourists or foreigners don't get up to those areas. So I was shocked. People would look, obviously, and would make comments, oh, I like your hair and stuff, but it's not like the stare like, who are you? Where are you from? Not like that. So I was really impressed by that. Kudos to you, Tucumán. Another thing that I saw, I'm not sure, I could be mistaken, but I didn't really see a lot of persons smoking. That was weird. I don't think I even recall seeing one person smoking while I was there. And I'm not sure if it's because of the pandemic, people have really decreased their smoking out in public, or if it is that I've just gotten used to it. But coming to think of it now, I don't really see as many persons smoking now in Rosario as they did before, but I still see persons smoking. But in Tucumán, I don't think I recall ever seeing a person smoking. If you've ever been to Tucumán, or if you live in Tucumán and you've did a thing where in Tucumán you guys don't smoke as much as in the rest of the country, just let me know. Then now we move on to another point, just how beautiful the exterior of the center was. Like you seen, I went to Villa Núñez, I went to El Cadishal, I went to San Javier, and those places were very, very beautiful. Like, there's a lot of nature, and they weren't very far away from the center. Maybe an hour and a half, I think max. But they were absolutely beautiful places. And I must say that I really like that. You know, their center was really developed, pretty busy and all of that. But, you know, if they felt like it was too much for them and they just wanted to go out into, you know, go out and relax and just to enjoy nature, they could always do that. They just always go somewhere, and that would be just an hour away. There's also a very beautiful place called Tafí del Valle that I really wanted to go. I didn't get to go because I didn't have enough time. But when I visit, I want to go there, and it's just like a vast area of just greenery. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. And that was like about 2.5 or 3 hours away, still not that far. So I really love that about Tucumán. I'm not sure if you've seen in some of my videos that, you know, while we were walking in the center, I saw like a number of orange trees, like just there. They had a lot of like trees planted in the middle of the center. And I found that like really interesting, really beautiful. Like while you're walking, and there were fruit trees. Like, there are trees here in Rosario in the center, not as many as I saw in Tucumán, but and most times they don't have a fruit falling from them. And in Jamaica, you know, you have a lot of fruit trees, not in the center, but most people have fruit trees in their yards and stuff like that, or in their patios, whatever you call them. But it's not something that you see a lot of here in Rosario or in Argentina. So it was good to see fruit trees just growing widely in the center. Another thing was that I really loved what they did. They had a lot of benches in the central area. You know, here in Rosario, we have benches as well. Not so much in the parks but on Oroño, which is like Main Street, there are benches there. But yeah, I think that's about it. You don't really have benches like in the center. While you walk in the center, you have benches, but no. In Tucumán, they have a lot of benches just about anywhere, everywhere. Like if you're just walking and you're tired and you're waiting on someone, you can always just take a seat. And the benches were very clean. I really like the look that they had. I'm not sure if it's something that's new to the city, but I really like that. Okay, another thing, and I should have mentioned this from before, but the fact that there was a police officer almost at every block. There were so many police officers in the city that it was really impressive. And I was told that it's because, you know, they steal a lot of cell phones and stuff like that. So they have police officers to maintain the order. So I was like, wow, this is cool. Like, it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe for you to just go there and to just do your thing, because it's almost like you have like a constant security presence there, and that was really good. Well, the last thing that I would like to mention about my trip to Tucumán is the fact that they have this thing where, okay, let me be specific. The person that was carrying me around or taking me around, like whenever we went to get gas, we would have to leave, get out of the car for them to put gas in, and then we would go back in the car. And I asked why, and he said that, you know, they had options of using a natural source of gas here, and that was the process. It was a cheaper option, and you have to actually leave the vehicle for them to put the gas in. So like, that's interesting. I'm not sure if I'm just I'm just naive to that possibility, but let me know if it is that where you are, or if you've been to a country where that has been a thing, or is it that it's just a normal thing? I shouldn't be impressed or shocked by it. As we take this video to a close, I would just like to mention 3 famous persons who were born in Tucumán. We have Mercedes Sosa. She's actually a folk singer, and she was actually called La Negra, which means the black one, because her complexion was a little bit darker. We also have Lola Mora. She was a sculptor, and she's also known as the pioneer for women in the artistic industry. And the last person is Julio Argentino Roca, who was a president in Argentina. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. And please let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. Bye-bye.